Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, today I want to talk to you about cleaning your ears and getting some good but inexpensive hearing aids. And, a lot of people have hard wax that builds up in their ears. I'm one of them. And it's no fun when you get your ears clogged with a lot of wax. In fact, some people get it so bad that it becomes impacted in there, and only a doctor can remove it. It's just like a huge plug. But for most of us, including me, even my mom used to do this for me when I was a young kid. It's just to take a bulb syringe like this, or, a big syringe, a dose syringe, and take some warm soapy water, and not hot but warm, and hold it up, blow it into your ear over the sink, and that'll flush out any wax in there sometimes. The next step is to take some oil, maybe olive oil or coconut oil, and warm it up to, warm but not hot. And then take a few drops, open this up after it's warm, take a few drops, put it in your ear until you feel your ear is full, and then put some cotton in there and lay down on the other side and let it set for about 15 minutes. Then get up, go to the sink and let that oil come out, and do this again. Warm soapy water one more time, and that should loosen that up. That works for about 90% of the people. Now, if you're one of those 10%, then you may want to take a solution of half hydrogen peroxide and half water and warm that up. Then you put those drops into your ear, and then you wait 15 minutes laying on your other side, put some cotton on there and waiting on your other side. You'll hear it bubbling, and then get up, pour it out in the sink, and again use a syringe and warm soapy water, and flush out the wax. That usually works 99.9% of the time. And this should be done at least once a month, if not, for some people who might not need it that often, maybe every 3 months, and that works really great. And the more often that you do it, and this is not something you want to do every day, but you want to keep those ears clean so you can hear. And if you're going all the time, that's not a good sign. Also, once you get the wax out, be sure to get the water out too. You know what I mean, and that's important. You don't want to have swimmer's ear or anything like that too. So get the water out and dry it, and you'll be able to hear well. But if you're getting older and you're like me, I wear hearing aids, and as we get into our 60s, 70s, 80s, we have to finally admit that I don't hear as well as I should. When your wife is talking to you, and you're going, well, maybe sometimes it's a good thing. I don't know. But no, not really. So it's really important to be able to hear. I got frustrated for a long time there because I couldn't hear people, and especially in noisy situations. So I went and had my ears tested, and you can go, like to Costco or big box stores. They usually have audiologists around, and you can pay for a hearing test. And then you'll fit you with a hearing aid. Now, if you don't have insurance, which will pay for that, and the hearing aids run for a set of two, from 3,000 to 5,000 or more for a hearing aid, which is amazingly expensive. I find it, wow. I think it's a little terrible, to tell you the truth. There's more electronics in one of our cell phones than there is in one of these hearing aids, and so I got my ears tested, and got some hearing loss there, both ends, the high and lows. So I needed hearing aid. And I don't have insurance that would pay for that. A lot of people don't. A lot of insurances will not cover hearing aids. So that's something you have to think about. Plus, hearing aids only last about 5 years on the average. And so you're going to have to replace them no matter what. And so I went searching, I tried the hearing aid that they gave me and just to check it out. Wore it for a little while and said, well, I can hear better. There's no doubt about that with the hearing aid. So I went looking and to find less expensive hearing aids that work just as well, and I found a slew of them. And one I picked was mdhearingaid.com, and I ended up getting 2 hearing aids, one for each ear, for $500 instead of being $5,000, which is, or $2,000 to $3,000. So that was a big difference, and I know I'm going to have to replace them. And so they have the in the ear kind, and they also have the behind the ear kind. I have actually need the kind that goes behind the ear because I need to hear some of the normal range without. This has little holes in it here, and this goes on the back of my ear and goes in my ear, and I turn it on and I can hear. And same thing for the other side, and does a great job. It also has a setting for noisy situations and normal talking and a volume control. And I have found that one of the biggest things to help is to always remove them by the tubing, because if you don't, you'll break this little tubing off, and they're expensive. And so that's a big plus. Plus, changing the batteries when they start to squeal a little bit, change the batteries on a regular basis. Batteries are not in there yet, and so that's important. Mine batteries usually last about a month, almost like clockwork, about a month to the day, in fact. And one of the biggest things I've found is to buy one of these dehumidifiers for hearing aids, and you can get these at drugstores, because one of the worst enemies of hearing aids is to have humidity get into a hearing aid, and they'll start to squeal and not work. And I have had that happen to me, in fact. And then I started every night taking the batteries out of my hearing aids and putting them in the inside of this little thing, and it has a particular ceramic material inside there which absorbs moisture, and this will make your hearing aid last a lot longer. You may even get up to 10 years out of a hearing aid. So that is a big plus. Hearing aid dehumidifier. And if you're looking for hearing aids, I would try. A lot of them have a money back guarantee. If you don't like them, you can send them back. You could check them out for like 30 days, and look up buy inexpensive hearing aids online, or Google buy inexpensive hearing aids, and lots of places will come up. And I'm very happy with mine. And they have toll-free number and a lot of different stuff. You can talk to somebody, and I really feel that people need to have hearing aids, and a lot of people feel they just can't afford it. Well, you can afford it if you look in the right places. And I think it's very important, especially as we get older, to accept the fact that we have a hearing loss. I know an older lady, 83, my mother, that sometimes I have to yell on the phone to have her hear me, and she will not admit that she has hearing loss. So, but I tell you, once you try a hearing aid and it works for you, there's no going back. You feel, well, I don't even like walking out of the house without my hearing aids on, and they make a huge difference. I hope someday with stem cell work, we'll be able to regenerate those little hairs inside, or the cochlea, and the different mechanisms that we have, the little bones in our ears, the incus stapes and malleolus. But I hope that will come in the near future. But for now, we need a little bit of electronic assistance to help us get to that place. So try different companies and see which ones you like. They almost all of them have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Also, clean your ears on a once-a-month basis, as I talked about. The warm water, warm soapy water, the warm oil, or the mixture of water and hydrogen peroxide, and that's also works. And making sure that if you can't hear, try a hearing aid. It'll make a difference in your life. All of a sudden, you're at a restaurant and you can hear somebody finally. It makes a huge difference. And I'll say that for sure. So you can have ears that can hear normally if they're clean, and you can also get inexpensive and good hearing aids too. So have a wonderful day. If you care to subscribe, that's down below. If you want to get a hold of me, my phone number and email is down below, and my Skype address is there. All my consultations are free, and if you care to make a donation, the link is down below. Click on Show More, and that'll be there, and I appreciate that greatly. And anything I can do for you, you let me know, and I'm here to help. I love you.